Today, we're going to talk about a new resin removal solution from PostProcess. But before we do, some introductions. So my name is Judah Sher. I'm an applications engineer at GoEngineer on the manufacturing solutions team. I've studied industrial design and I've been playing around with all flavors of digital fabrication for about 20 years or so. So today we are going to be talking about the post-process technology's Demi X 520. What's the problem here? Post-process as a technology, as a company, they aim to solve the problem of how 3D printing technologies, while it's bringing all sorts of optimizations to many areas of manufacturing, it often relies on more manual and traditional workflows to finish the parts after they come off the printer. Now, these processes are usually time consuming, yield inconsistent results, often have high breakage rates, are expensive due to all the labor, and have safety concerns related to the harsh chemicals that are often involved. For all these reasons, relying on these kinds of traditional workflows simply isn't sustainable. What's their solution? They have intelligent hardware for all flavors of different printing technologies that pairs with their secure software, in this case, their Automate 3D software on the Demi X 520. And they utilize sustainable chemistry where they can, which can be eco-friendly, biocompatible, and compliant with, of course, with health and safety regulations. Together, the technology and approach provide a step change in post printing. It is like moving from an Escort to Ferrari in terms of performance, you could say. This results in three major benefits: unparalleled consistency, increased throughput, and increased productivity, which drive a fast rate of return. What do we mean by that? In consistency, what customers love most is the unmatched consistency that they can achieve. This is the biggest problem customers face, whether it's removal of support material or achieving a specific RA or RAS for different sections of a single part. Everyone aspires to this, and for high performance industries like aerospace or medical devices, it's simply not achievable through manual systems. Now, throughput. There's also much higher throughput for a couple of reasons. We eliminate technician fatigue, our machines can operate 24/7, and there's a much lower part breakage, which is one of the most costly and frustrating issues with manual or traditional solutions. The system is also simply faster. The automated solutions process more quickly than the manual approach. Now, in terms of productivity, it's driven by the same combination of factors, combined with the fact that our machine have a very low technician operation time, leaving the techs free to do other, more specialized work. Lastly, customers are shocked by how quickly they break even on their solutions. Most customers are seeing a return on investment on the machines within 10 to 30 weeks. And again, that doesn't even capture the cost of broken or replacement parts in traditional methods. Having consistent parts is the top priority of most of our customers, followed by the ability to continue to ramp production. However, when sitting with the financial folks, demonstrating a rapid ROI is always important, and we have a tool to help you do this. We have two versions of the new Demi X 520. We have the one for resin removal, and then we have the one specifically for the dental industry. Now, so what are the advantages of the Demi X 520 specifically? So first off, it has a customized UI software controls. Now, this is the Automate 3D software we mentioned, where we have a little screen at the top of the printer that has been minimized to just the controls you need to adequately utilize the machine to control it, and it creates a seamless and efficient and error-free operation. There's a lot of innovation built into the hardware as well. The new patented Axial Flow Technology circulates the chemistry in a very uniform way that also really speeds up that resin removal. And it's been tested to be just as, if not more so effective than ultrasonics. And certainly better than those little impellers at the bottom of buckets that you'll see in more hobbyist level solutions. Now, it also has an automated lift that's going to remove your parts from the bath after a specified amount of time. And so that enables a high degree of consistency and also makes sure that your parts aren't left in the bath for too long and start to suffer degradation. Now, there are fixtures that can ensure optimal part processing, whether or not the parts are left on the build platform of the printer or whether they're removed and sit in a bucket or other fixture. Now, it also utilizes an IPA-free workflow with their patented chemistry. So this is their PLM 403 sub, which can process a batch of prints in under 10 minutes. Now, it really elevates safety because this reduced flammability. It reduces exposure to VOCs. So here's the 520 itself. As you can see, you have that nice touch screen right at the top there with a nice big emergency stop for safety. The door has a sensor in it, which makes it very easy to tell whether or not it's open or closed, helping reduce the technician exposure to vapor. You have the automatic lift, which I mentioned, which not only can hold that build tray, but you can also specify how deep the lift goes down into the bath and then memorize, and then it will actually be able to recall that value for, again, more consistency. There's also an internal LED that will change color depending on the status of the machine, whether the lift is down or up, which helps you see what the status of the machine is at a glance from across the room. Inside, of course, is that axial flow technology with a variable agitation. That's again completely controllable from the touch screen. And at the bottom, you have a large 24-gallon tank. So not only do you have this very effective chemistry, but because it can hold a great deal of it at once, you don't have to change it out nearly as often. But when you do, there's a nice single place to drain it right there on the front of the machine. Now, the chemistry is, as I mentioned, very low VOC, so this usually isn't a problem. But if you have to operate this machine in a very small, confined place where ventilation is a real issue, there is even a rear port that you can connect directly up to air handling solutions.